combination meals. Yes, correct. Like, we're going to eat some food today.
Yeah.
And just to have them just be blown away by that. But just to see their faces, to see $1 million homes and know that that's in Kansas City, like, that's such a weird concept to them. And they're on the same street.
Yeah.
You're on 63rd.
Yeah.
5 minutes. I mean, it's crazy, like, just driving down, like, 75th from Mission.
Right.
When you go, like, toward 71.
Yeah.
And, like, just kind of the difference that you see driving through there. Because, I mean, it's the same. Like, I mean, obviously I see it a lot now. But, I mean, when I was younger, you know, you're, like, driving through there. And, like, when I'm in high school and coming from Grandview and, you know, you go to Mission or wherever, like this is a whole nother place. Like,
it's a whole other world.
But it
is,
just, but it's not.
It's just what they think. Like, it's what they see. It's what they know, and their world is so limited to just try to expand that for them. We have been blessed in Kansas City Public Schools to get those. I call them the Amazon van. You know, like the Ford Transit vans.
Yeah.
Right. So we have those now. We're able to get them, and it's going to be cool this spring. Hopefully, that we're able to go and take kids to college campuses and show them college practice.
Man, that would be great. I mean, that's great for any kid, but
I mean, I'm not even talking about like KU, K-State, MU. I'm talking about Avila.
Yeah.
Let's go check out Baker.
Yeah.
Like, let's go see what this is like so you can see, because, you know, all of our kids think they're D1. Every one of them. We win 2 games a year. We don't have any D1 kids, trust me. And then to show them that, hey, you want to see what D1 looks like? That's the kicker. Oh, my God, he's huge. Yeah. That's the punter. Why is the punter 6'4"? Because he's in Division I in football.
Yeah.
Right? And to see the speed. And then to take him to the NAIA, and they're like, wow, why are these guys so big? I said, this is NAIA. This is Mid-American. This is Peru State. You think these guys are big? I didn't take you to show you this because they need to understand how big these kids are, how fast these kids are. And they come from all over the place, and they're all fighting for the same dream.
Yeah.
Same dream. And so, you know, I offer my kids this role too. I said, if you guys want to go to a major conference, if you guys want to go to a Power 5 school, you need to go as a student manager. Be around the team. Get all the gear the coaches get. Mm-hmm. Get bowl rings. And not get hurt. And get your school paid for.
Yep.
Like, that's a great dream. If you want to go to a big school. Now, if you want to play, let's go to Peru State.
Yep.
Let's go to Mid-American. Let's go to Avila. Let's go to Iowa Wesleyan. Let's find you a place like that to where you can go and play at a small school that has a really small student-to-teacher ratio.
How about KU?
Yeah, that's not a Division I football program, but we'll save that for another day.
They kind of stink. So,
did you guys see that the other day that they are 18-99 in the what was it, 2010 to
10s to now or something?
Yeah, to 20.
Was it Texas that in KU that didn't play? There was one game that saved them
from 100. Yeah,
in 10 years.
Isn't that crazy?
And who was it that canceled?
Oh, they beat Texas because that's why the Texas decided to get rid of Strong.
Right.
Yes,
yeah.
and
that saved them. That saved them from that record.
Good luck in the SEC. Have fun with that. Quick question for you guys.
Hold on. Here's a football question for a couple of coaches.
Okay.
How many recruits did Texas lose to A&M with A&M being in the SEC?
Oh, a ton.
Okay.
Yeah.
The pressure's there.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Now you're just going to get beat by Vandy.
Yeah, I mean, there's
I don't know about
there's so many
dudes. He's going to get beat by Vandy.
I think they'll get more recruits if they go to the SEC.
So here's the question.
I like their coaching.
My question is this. In 25, when this happens, when this change happens, okay, and college football falls apart as we know it.
If it's going to happen, I wish it would happen next year, truthfully.
Absolutely. Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
Yeah.
I think, this is my own personal opinion, okay? This is not the opinion of – this is my personal opinion. This has nothing to do with Gary or Austin or Jim. This is my own personal opinion. I think the SEC wants Oklahoma and is just bringing Texas along. Okay? Who is going to get the gauntlet that first year when your road game at Tuscaloosa, at Death Valley,
Right.
at Athens in a row? Who's it going to be first? Is it going to be Oklahoma that has to run that gauntlet, or is it going to be Texas that gets that?
Texas.
I think so too.
I'm kind of with you. Like I love that the Texas hire of Sarkisian.
Yeah, I do too.
I think he can kind of get Texas back, but at the same time, I'm kind of with you. Now that you say that out loud, like, yeah, I think they do want Oklahoma, and I think Oklahoma wants it really bad.
I think they
because
do too.
you're and I've said it 1,000 times. And if you're Oklahoma right now, you're recruiting a different type kid to win the Big 12.
Absolutely.
Versus they're
Absolutely.
recruiting in Tuscaloosa to win the SEC, right?
They're recruiting to win a national
different kid.
championship.
Like, you're recruiting to win the Big 12 and be the best in the Big 12.
And Alabama's recruiting to win a natty.
Yeah. And it's just – and it's no fault of Oklahoma. I mean, they're trying, but they just they know. There's only so many of those dudes, right?
They get to the playoff and go,
like, you can just see the
I mean,
difference.
look at Ohio State.
Yeah, it's the same. Like
Ohio State's same thing.
Yeah.
But
Ohio
winning the
State's
Big Ten.
phenomenal.
But Oklahoma State has had Oklahoma has had a national championship in the last 20 years, right?
Well, yeah, that was before the playoff. Before the
Now,
playoff.
wasn't that one given
Okay,
back?
Gary,
They had to give that one back
Gary,
against
hold on.
USC?
Gary, I'm going somewhere with this. It's from the Snyder, Iowa coaching tree. Is why
Yeah,
they
Bob
got it.
Stoops.
There you
20
go.
years? When did they win the national
I think it was
championship?
2000. So 21.
Yeah.
They won in 2000?
But
With
Bob Stoops won it like in either 2000 or 2001.
QB was, what am I thinking of?
Was that an Orange Bowl win?
I think it was. Let me.
I know
Google it
you
real
guys
quick.
have. I know you guys have technology over here that will tell us like when was the last
Will you
time.
start bringing Google in?
I should bring Google in. He would probably know that. Google probably know
Remember
that.
Radio Man? You know, Radio.
Yeah, I
you
got Google. I got Google. He rises me. Like that's a dude right there.
It's Jason White.
Jason White was the
Yeah,
quarterback.
Jason.
That's
I
what I'm
think
thinking of,
it
right?
is.
Oklahoma National Championships. Here we go. Wikipedia.
We're not talking about in the 50s
How many?
either.
How many do they have total?
Jason White. Yeah.
Number 18,
How about
Jason White.
Arkansas? One.
baseball this year.
Time
No,
ago.
I'm talking about football.
Football.
One.
Oh, one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Mississippi State won in
Yeah, Mississippi
baseball this
State
year.
won.
That's
Yeah,
what
it
it
was
was.
like,
My
and there
bad.
was some COVID stuff going on that wasn't great.
That stuff happens.
Okay, Sooners football. Let's see. Lincoln Riley, 5th season. Yeah.
Lincoln will win one.
Claim national titles. Yeah, the last one was 2000.
Click on that. I think it's Jason White. Is there a link on the year?
No.
I think it's Jason
2000.
White. Jason White.
So I think, okay,
Yeah, I
so
know it was Bob Stoops.
how is this going to go down with you guys? How does this go down when the conferences change? Okay? Now, here in the Midwest, okay, with K-State and Kansas, where are they going to go?
Kansas, I saw, has been
Mountain
contacted
West?
They've been contacted by, I think it's Big Ten, because Big Ten wants their basketball program. I did hear that.
See, they may think they want that basketball program, but the Big Ten don't want that basketball program.
Oh, no,
Well,
the
you
big
know what they want? They want it for
no.
ratings.
They want it for the
ratings,
money.
yeah, their money.
But
absolutely,
they don't
absolutely.
want any part of that.
They don't want to play him, but
Okay.
they want the money. that they're gonna
Absolutely.
bring
Because
ratings.
again,
Absolutely.
just like with
Austin.
football, we were talking about, that's a different
I got the
athlete.
answer for you.
Jason
different.
White.
I got three. Nate, a high BL. I don't know how to say that.
What?
Hunter Well and Jason White.
Okay,
Those were the
Jason
three
White.
quarterbacks.
Oh, he rotated quarterback. Okay, different era right there.
Yeah.
Think about that. It's 21 years ago. We were playing three quarterbacks and winning a national title.
No, those were the three quarterbacks
Three on the roster.
On the roster.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Jason White was
Jason
Yeah,
White.
he was a starter.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I was like,
like
dang.
so when where does K-State go?
See,
Are they a
rumors
Pac
of the
30 team? Is it a Pac 30?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Like the great Rocky Mountain Conference, where you just have anything west of the Rocky Mountains is a conference now.
we're just gonna end up having like super. We're gonna end up having just like
Okay.
super conferences.
I can tell you the start of the downfall of all this.
All right,
Okay, what
let
is
us know.
that?
Okay. Texas, we should have never allowed Texas in, but the death penalty started
With SMU.
the downfall of the Big 8 in the Big 12.
Well, I would
SMU?
love
Okay,
for it. Yeah, I would love for it to go
I
back.
go-
I would
go
love
for-
for the Southwestern Conference to come back.
I could go.
yeah.
Let me take you down the path of this, okay? one Christmas I was watching, or I think it was Christmas after we got through with all this. They had this 30 for 30 on SMU and the death penalty. But so
the Pony Express, another great 30 for 30.
Yes.
Watch it.
Central kids, just watch all the 30 for 30s.
All right,
start
so-
with the U. But
So SMU gets in trouble. The first team to leave the old Southwestern Athletic Conference was Arkansas.
Yep.
A year later, all the Texas teams come in the Big 12 is created. So SMU, Arkansas, I blame for the death of the Big 12. Because if that wouldn't have happened, would we have got the Texas teams in? Would Missouri have left? Would Colorado left? Would Nebraska?
Why can't there just be a Texas conference?
yeah,
That's what it was. Other than Arkansas being in it, right? Who else was in that conference?
You had Baylor, TCU, Texas Tech, Texas A&M, Texas. Houston was in the Southwestern Conference.
Right.
Very entertaining football team.
Houston was still in there.
So if that whole
Baylor.
thing doesn't happen, how does the Big 8 become what it? If it does grow, how does it grow?
I mean, I would love for it to go back to the Big 8.
Yeah.
I mean, if the SWAC stays, the Big 8 grows a different direction. It doesn't go south. It goes which direction? Where would you think it would go?
I think it would go west.
yeah.
I think the Big 8 would end up, getting Colorado State, Utah State.
And you know how many teams hate West Virginia being in the Big 12? I mean, that's
West
almost
Virginia.
I mean, that's a heck of a travel.
That's
day.
almost as bad as. Hey, can you imagine having Hawaii in your conference? Yeah, if you're Bill Self taking your team down for a week for the basketball thing,
Maui Invitational.
right? That's a different story,
Right,
But to
right.
fly in and fly out to play a football game,
It's a lot.
It's a lot. So while we're on
We
college
could go
football
all-
here, the AP poll came out.
How about Iowa State 7?
Yeah, that was actually the highest ranked team that I think is ranked way too high. Which obviously I'm wearing my Iowa gear. I'm a
There we go.
homer. Iowa
we
State
go.
is not the number 17
No,
in
you're
the
not a
country.
homer.
I've like glanced at it. I glanced at it before, but
So you got Alabama, Oklahoma,
Hey,
Clemson.
I didn't know you were born in Iowa.
Alabama, Oklahoma, Clemson, Ohio State, Georgia, Texas A&M, Iowa State, Cincinnati, Notre Dame, North Carolina.
You think Cincinnati it should be 8?
No.
What am I missing? Like, what am I
don't.
missing? What am I missing about the Bearcats?
Well, they
right, the great Jason.
They
I mean,
break
I
more
know.
rules.
Yeah.
They may break more rules than Kansas for basketball.
All right.
Cincinnati.
Yeah, I don't know.
I do.
I mean, no. I'm saying like when you read down the top 6, I can get with the top 6.
Right, because it's the same 6 every
usual
year.
suspects,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
A&M's
Then
been done.
7,
Right.
Iowa State. To me, they don't belong. Cincinnati doesn't belong
Okay.
in the top 10. Notre Dame.
Eh,
So I mean, I'm up and down.
sorry,
on them.
Grunny.
They're to me, Notre Dame is going to be in the top 10 because of what? Dollars.
They have a TV network.
Yes. So they want them to be good,
Are
right?
they sticking with? I don't remember. Are they sticking with the ACC schedule type thing they did last year?
I
Are they
don't know
more
what they
independent
did
now?
conference wise.
I can't remember. I don't know. Might be something.
Well, the problem with Notre Dame.
Sorry,
is,
Grunny, if you are
Hey,
watching,
the
but
problem with Notre Dame is they still have rules on education, so
Well,
it's hard for
no,
them to get those
the-
great players.
well,
And they're still. I mean, you know what the thing is too? They are good every year. They don't stink. Like they don't. Oh, they
yeah,
suck.
not
6
terrible,
6
but
weeks or whatever.
When Charlie
they're
White
going to
was
get
there, they
tons
did.
of eyeballs on the TV, right?
Absolutely. It's Notre Dame.
Because it's Notre Dame.
National brand.
Irish Catholic, right?
So
Irish Catholics.
and then North Carolina, which
Yeah. No. Yeah.
North Carolina had a good year last year. So I mean,
Sam Howell, baby.
yeah, I can see that.
How's,
Sam
how's-
Howell.
how,
They're
you know,
good.
I heard. What was the old Florida coach's name? Golly, I'm getting old.
Steve Spurrier.
I heard Roy did not want Spurrier coming to Florida when Spurrier went to South Carolina. I heard he didn't want the competition. That's what I heard. Can you imagine?
Well, how is that competition?
North Carolina basketball school?
Yeah, but he went to the University of South Carolina.
No, there was talk that Spurrier was going to go to North Carolina, and Roy, I heard, kind of put the
Oh, he wanted the
kibosh on it.
eyeballs on.
No, that wouldn't even been the same years, because Spurrier went to Washington, and then went back to then went to South Carolina.
That Redskins period was a disaster.
Yeah, it was. As a Cowboys fan, I wish he was still the coach of the Redskins.
Well, the thing was,